common definition that I've usually heard is as follows. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Now, when I first heard this, I think I quickly wrote it off as nonsense, thinking along the lines of, my plastic spoon is not mental. I'm sorry. Well, we have to look a lot deeper into this, because everything is connected. Everything is created from some source, and we have a hierarchy of creators. And this is hard to define, because we attempt to with things like archangels, angels, gods, deities. Then we say, of course, just God, that one, that original source. Sometimes we talk to the planets, to other symbols, to other entities. And a lot of people, myself in the past included, would laugh at these concepts as a planet being a living thing. Well, let's stop and think about it for a minute. It's huge, it's moving, it's alive, all of these things. Our Mother Earth is alive, but so are all the other planets, and we are all connected. So these things are important to evaluate. And so I found myself at a place where I had to ask myself, how well do I know each and every one of these planets? What's beyond it? What do I know about these galaxies and everything else? And then I go in the other direction. What do I know about the organisms inside of my own body? It's important that we know who we're talking to, even if it's only a thought form. The all is the universal mind. It might be a better definition. If it's difficult for you to wrap your head around, as it was for me, a good place to start may be simply by thinking about the connection to your personal individual mind and all the things around you, all the stimuli that comes in that you evaluate and that you're given knowledge about. You can look at this as a connection to a different node somewhere. And that other node could be an angel, it could be a god, it could be source, God, that one. But it's connected to something, and it could be connected to the cigarette I'm smoking, or the food I'm eating, or something that may not be the best teacher at the time. So as I'm labeling nodes, these nodes that we choose to focus on are important, and often we're led to focus on ones that aren't very good. So we have to be at least a little bit concerned about the filters to these nodes. They could be camel filters, right? Newport, Marlboro, whatever. They could be other types of filters, other people, even other stimuli that filters our true connection, which we all have. We can all at any time relax, breathe, and find that connection again. Via meditation, via dance, via laughing. And so this is also the importance of the now moment, the only moment that there is, right? If we're dreaming about the future, that's fantasy. Plans, even in a very real sense, are fantasy. I'm not saying don't plan. at the same time. But you plan better when you're in the now, not focused on that present. You get more information to be able to plan for that future. You can see the past, you can see the future when we're in that moment. And so when we are in that moment, we can choose to concentrate. We can develop higher levels of concentration. This is something I'm still working on, getting better at myself. But we can tap in, we can remove filters that are unnecessary. We can do so mentally, but also via our will. I could quit smoking, for example, but we can do so mentally also. We can stop thinking, and what starts to happen is things come in, downloads, whatever you want to call it. You start getting data from a higher connection. Things like clairsentience, telepathy, all these things are very real, and everyone does these things. Think about the common example I've heard is you're thinking about someone, and next moment the phone rings. Well, I would add my own example might be, have you ever simply gotten a vibe from a person? A vibe that has a certain energy attached to it. Perhaps it's positive, perhaps it's negative. Perhaps it's, oh wow, that girl, I think she likes me. Now, she didn't say that to me, but somehow I know that. Well, because I'm connected, just like you are. We'll be getting further into this, but this is just a brief overview of mentalism. It'll be considered a part 1 of an ongoing series. And, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for listening.